This video really is just to explain, what You're the Edge means. What's the point of this page? What's the point of the name? You're the Edge. I know I spelled it wrong. I know it's supposed to be with apostrophe RE, but I don't care. Um, You're the Edge essentially, I mean, it applies mainly to trading, but you could apply it to other things. For trading, it essentially means the secret, the holy grail, the 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 silver bullet is really in your own data. You're the edge. That's why I know a lot of you who probably been here for years and still unprofitable. You realize you kept thinking the next course. It has to be the next course. Once I buy this course, ooh, I got it. You know, once I get this indicator, ooh, it's over. Once I get that new AI, like, and you just realize over and over and over that was not the answer. And who am I? I'm Carvin. I like to spell my name online, Qarven. And I've been trading for 10 plus years. Was it all profitable? No. And that's where a lot of my strength comes from. Because I've been doing it so long, I died a million ways. So I believe, especially the people I speak to, I'm able to give advice because I've gone down many different wrong paths until I found out the path is really just optimize first of all, get your numbers. That's number one. You'd be surprised how many people for years have been trading don't have their own numbers, don't know what their win rate is, don't know what their average risk reward is, doesn't know what their average loss is or average win is. So first collect your own data. And then with your own data, honestly, the pathway, like, that's the easy part. And I think that's why trading correctly and learn how to trade correctly is a long path, because it takes time to get data. And I think data is the best pathway. I don't care what nobody says. Even if you find a profitable strategy and you follow it, you will probably stumble because it's based on what somebody else told you to do. It's based on what somebody else said you should do. So your conviction is easily swayed, especially when you start to get into losing streaks. That's another tangent. I always go into tangents, but the point is, collect your own data, and with your own data, you'll find out the truth is within you. You don't have to believe a guru. You don't have to believe a course. You don't have to believe a strategy. You just have to look at your natural biases, and the numbers will tell you what you need to improve on. Like, naturally, somebody with a low win rate should have a high risk to reward. Somebody with a high win rate usually needs a low risk to reward, right? That's just like some of the laws of math. So when you just follow math and you know your data, the pathway is a lot easier. You could just look inward and make the math make sense. That's why I say you're the edge. It's not about the course, it's not about the strategy, it's not about the indicators, it's not about AI. It's about you understanding the math and making the math make sense along with what you're doing. That's just the gist of it. My goal is honestly to make videos that you could just play in the background. So a lot of videos are not gonna have my face on it. They're just gonna have background loopable, videos. I'm probably gonna talk about a little bit of finance things. Just honestly, this is like a side hobby, just having fun. That's the point. That's the reason why I made this page, for people to just go and have something to play in the background. Because like for the last 10 years, I would do that. There were some traders that I respected that are probably not even popular. I would just play them in the background. I'm like, oh yeah, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. I just play in the background, just for motivation. On a Friday night, just chilling, play it in the background. Somebody who knows what they're talking about, or something I can resonate with, and that's really what I want my channel to be. Me to just pass out, I guess, knowledge and what I know or what I think, and just build a community off that. So yeah, this was just my introduction video. Wanted to get out the way, just make a quick, first video on this page. So that's all I got. I'm out.